Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to But Does It Recoil? As we have always known that I've always been on a quest to reduce the recoil of SMGs and ARs and LMGs, and I've only been through about half of the assault rifles so far, and as you can see, the aiming idle sway on this one's pretty bad, but what's the recoil like? This is the Model L, by the way. That's tragic. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to try to fix, and I don't have all of the parts yet. This is not the highest level yet, but we're going to try and fix. See, I don't have the ported compensator, that would help. We're going to try to fix all the recoil. That is first shot recoil control. Has kick reset speed, though. Let's go with the vertical recoil control. We'll see if that does anything. Reinforced barrel looks nice. It doesn't really help. We'll fix the recoil first, then we'll go for the other stuff. Which, by the way, there is an event out right now. This is being recorded on a Saturday night, Sunday morning at 1:36. Okay, so there's an event out right now. There's 11 days left on it, and there is a aftermarket part for rockets fired from, I believe, the Goblin Mark I assault rifle. So it's worth looking into. We don't really have anything for vertical recoil control. It's all horizontal. So that I'm gonna go with that one because it's got aiming idle sway on it as well as recoil control. Do I have the springs? I do. That'll help out a lot. Flinch resistance doesn't help. Anything in here for recoil control? I've noticed that a lot of things don't really help the recoil control like they used to. Like if you look back at, say, Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2, maybe even 2019, don't know if it went that far back, but things like stocks and rear hand grips used to have some recoil control on them. It's almost like they removed them in lieu of having them be other things. So we might have a little bit more wiggle room here with the recoil control in terms of, and sorry about my itchy nose, in terms of, we don't really have anything else we can put on it. I'm pretty sure it's just the springs, the foregrip, and the compensator. So that being the case, we're going to go with the reinforced barrel, and we're going to go with a stock that's a little bit better mobility because we've got decent accuracy. Yeah, we'll go with a balanced stock. There we go. There we are. Wait, should I put a camouflage on it? Yeah, I do have decent zombies camouflage. I spent a lot of time leveling up the guns in zombies because it's a lot quicker. You could just mow down, like, especially with the cranked mode, you could just mow down zombie after zombie after zombie, and it levels your weapon rather quickly. And we'll see how well we did for the recoil control. That is a marked improvement. Like, that's huge. Look at that. Lethality-wise, 25 meters. Okay, it's pretty solid. Okay, not bad at 50. 75 seems like it's a little bit... Alright, maybe I'm staying corrected. So let's set this up for 3 plates. Let's go Warzone style. 25 meters is still pretty lethal. 50 meters is pretty good. The 75 meter got hit once or twice. But if you're prone, it might be a little bit better, but... No, it tends to kick all over. I mean, anywhere between 25 and 50 meters is really your ideal kill zone for this weapon. Some of them, like the AK, was a little bit better, to be perfectly honest. What is this? So we'll go with those three. We won't go with demolition or any of these. We'll go with those three because those three seem to be pretty good for the recoil control. For checking the recoil. AK kind of surprised me because of lethality at 50 meters and the accuracy even at 50 meters was actually quite astonishing. It still doesn't compare to, say, the ridiculousness that was the Cast-Off 7.62 back from Modern Warfare 3, with the aftermarket part that literally eliminates all recoil. That thing is an absolute demon. So it doesn't really compare to that, but it's close. It's very close. So we're gonna give this a go, and then I'm gonna make, I think, one more video. I hit him 3 or 4 times. Wasn't the best. Right in the back. I'm gonna have to do an SMG one of these days. I'm not the biggest fan of SMGs, but you know, we'll get there in terms of, does it recoil? Isn't it great to, to have him spawn in behind you and shoot you in the back? You know what I mean? You guys using a DM-10, it sounds like. So far, I'm quite surprised with the lethality of this. If I could hit people, that is. I mean, if I could actually land the shots, I'm quite pleased with the lethality, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I also lack 1 Molotov kill, so I'm, heaving Molotovs as best I can. What is he using? 5.56. It's got a faster rate of fire. I think that's why he's killing me quicker. Good grenade. I give him that. I nailed him with that Molotov.
The lead is ours.
Didn't stick him. It didn't hit him directly, but...
Crimson actual to rope spy. We know you're here. We're coming for you.
Good grenade. I'm under 1 kill death, which is not good. I mean, I'm trying my best. I can't blame the weapon. I can only blame my rusty skills as I haven't played it in forever. Like, the last time I played was, oh, I don't know, about a week ago, give or take. My skills have gotten a little rusty.
You're being outplayed, Crimson One. Step it up.
Not much of a shock there. Us being outplayed? Come on now. I'm on your team. Of course we're being outplayed. Alright, pretty, not too bad. 42.21. I want positive kill death ratio though, so I can't really hate that. Yeah, I figured that I got hosed here. I don't know, it wasn't me, it was somebody else. Yeah. Usually the faster fire rate indicates a quicker time to kill, honestly. Model L's a little bit slow on the fire rate. There's nothing you can really do about that. And have a decent recoil anyway. I mean, you could throw rapid fire on it, but then your recoil would suffer, so there is that. We'll give it another go, and we'll see how it plays out. Like, I don't know if I have rapid fire unlocked. Whoops, not that. I don't. But as you can see, the horizontal and vertical recoil control take a dive. And while it's great if you don't mind having that recoil take a hit, if you're going to be doing closer quarter combat, you know, go with a CHF barrel, rapid fire, flip mag, and then try not to use, like, try not to worry too much about recoil because most of your combat's going to be within, say, 15 meters. Yeah, you can probably go CHF barrel, rapid fire, flip mag, something like that, with maybe an underbarrel. And you're likely to see marked improvement when dealing with damage range. Did he go this way? Or am I going to get the flank? Probably going to get flanked, aren't I? At least it's not hardcore. Hardcore, I'd have just dumped my teammate right there. I had 3 of them on there. Oh yeah, HDR. A lot of people love that thing. I haven't used it enough yet. Somebody else's HDR. I'll use it. Sure, why not? How do they hit anything with this? Like that? Hostile spotted. Where? Oh. Oh, he had the incendiary rounds. Well, that was kind of dirty. Shot in the back. Shame, really. How do they not turn around and see me there? That's the real question. Like, you know players are going to spawn in there, and yet you don't turn around and fire back. It's like, what are you thinking? Okay, so they're not in there. Ooh. I should not have switched to the pistol, but I didn't know how many rounds I had left in the Model L. I didn't really want to risk it, so. Killed Colonel Sanders. Take one look at that skin and tell me it doesn't look like Colonel Sanders, like he's trying to sell you a bucket of wings. Well, it was either die by the sniper or die by the guy using the ASVAL. Take. I still got him with an execute. Nice. How does that thing not have a scope? That's the real question. Wow. As a spicy maelstrom. Got him. May not have killed him with it, but I got him. I mean, this thing's pretty dialed in for an HDR. I'll give him that. 100%. But I wonder how it does not have scope when it's looking at me. That's my question. From the side? Yep. Wow. Talk about from the side. Jeez. He was a football field away. Yeah, I'm totally dead. That incendiary round is just insane. That thing needs a severe damage nerf. Dead now, aren't you? Really? 3 grenades, 3 bounced back the wrong way. Did you see that? Even when I angled one on the door properly, it bounced back the wrong way. Rip. Severe rip.
Bravo fucking Zulu, Black Ops.
Gentlemen, day is ours.
I didn't do that well, but I also didn't do poorly. It's a decent weapon. You know, it's got great recoil.
The higher I get, the better I shoot.
The fact that I still managed to get that guy with an execute, that's great. That was completely worth it. But all in all, the damage kind of seems standard. It's not overwhelming. It's not underwhelming. It's just kind of there, for lack of a better term. The accuracy, it showed marked improvement. Absolutely, 100% marked improvement when we put on all the attachments to reduce recoil. I mean, you saw it. It went from the entire steel plate down to like 1/3 of it. So maybe the compensator is better than other things. I don't know if the ported compensator is going to be better than the regular one. I know that the muzzle brake has kick reset speed, and I don't think that really helps out. Let's, just for funsies, let's go and check it and see if the muzzle brake actually works better than the compensator. And the answer is no. So the compensator is probably your best bet for accuracy. Knowing that, we'll leave that in for the future. Now, I'll have to check like ported compensator when I get it, because this one shows that it has vertical recoil control as well as first shot recoil control. So I'm thinking that the ported compensator will give you the first 2 shots legitimately like on point, on target, wherever you are pointing the rifle. But we'll see. It's at level 36. I'm almost there. I mean, I could probably grind out that level in no time and then revisit it, which is probably something I'm going to have to do in the future. All in all, though, I can't really hate on the Model L. It's decent. Would I use it in, say, Warzone? Unless you're really comfortable with it, and you went for more of like an aim down sight speed. So like if you went with like CHF barrel, like I was saying earlier, you could probably go with the balanced stock. I don't have rapid fire, but you hit it with the rapid fire, and you went for more of a damage oriented build. Yeah, I mean, I could see it being kind of lethal in Warzone, especially if you can just like, if you can manage to keep the recoil down and you just kind of go for like 10-meter kills. I mean, the CHF barrel does put up a lot of damage, though. Like I said, I'm quite happy with the way it turned out, honestly. I still think that there are better rifles in Warzone for sure. But if the Model L is your jam and you're comfortable with it, then I don't see a reason to switch to another gun, even if they have better recoil control. Because it's comfort level of a weapon also plays into a factor here. Like, with me, what am I comfortable doing? I'm comfortable sniping. I'm comfortable with being, 100, 200 meters away, sniping with stuff. That's what I used to do back in Modern Warfare 3 and 2 and 1, 2019, Vanguard. I used to shoddy snipe in Vanguard. So, I'm very comfortable at long ranges with all sorts of weaponry. And to me, being up close and personal in Warzone with an assault rifle or SMGs is a little bit of a foreign territory for me. It's way outside of my comfort zone, but it's something that I'm willing to learn about, and I'm willing to give my opinion as a rather new Warzone player. The whole, like I said, I was saying at the beginning of this whole series, is what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to eliminate the recoil as much as possible. Obviously, nothing is going to compete with the cast-off 7.62. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, hold on. Hold your horses. I will show you. Of course, it put it away when I, it put it away when I, prestiged. But we'll go to the firing range and I'll show you. This is from Modern Warfare 1, mind you. The thing they did with this was the aftermarket part. See? That's what the aftermarket part on the cast-off 7.62. Nothing beats the recoil of this weapon. Nothing. At all. That's a nice little graphical bug, isn't it? That's cool. Like, even the 75 meter... Yeah. So yeah, 75 meters with a cast-off 7.62 doesn't stop you. I mean, I could go all the way to the back of the auditorium here and then just... You know what I mean? And I'm not the most accurate individual. I mean, laying prone at 75 meters. It's ridiculous. And that's what I'm saying about the insanity of this weapon. So nothing beats that for recoil control. That right there has got the absolute best recoil control. Forever and for always. And if you'll notice, not only did when I put on the Jack Requiem, which is the one that eliminates recoil, okay? I put everything else on here that gave me negative to recoil control. As you can see. The hand grip, negative recoil control. The suppressor doesn't give me anything, and then that doesn't give me anything except no sniper glint. But I put on stuff that gives me negative recoil control. I mean, I could put on stuff that gives me more recoil control that helps me out even better. Gun kick control. There we go. Let's go with that. And then we'll put this on and give me where is it here? Aiming idle sway. Now let's try it. Same target. So if you ever see somebody use a cast-off 7.62 and you think to yourself, man, I can't believe I got killed by that, take a look up in the corner. That's almost a 40% accuracy at 75 meters at full auto. That's not even people doing burst fire with it. Doing small burst fire with it, you don't miss. This thing is an absolute menace. I've said it before, I will always say it. Nothing beats this gun in Warzone. Guaranteed. In an assault rifle fight, this thing will take the championship every time. Others might do more damage, but this is more accurate. This is more recoil control than anything else out there. And it's all because of that aftermarket part. It's absolutely insane. So, back to just Black Ops, the Model L is pretty good. It's pretty good for recoil control. So I'll give it that. I mean, it narrowed it down from like the full panel down to like a third. Obviously, I don't have ported compensator, which if I had that, which is in one level, I probably would have a little bit better recoil control, just marginally.
In either case, I think it does great. The damage is on par with other assault rifles. I mean, obviously there are ones that can do better. There are ones that do better. This is middle of the road. It just is what it is. It's a good gun. I'm not gonna say it's trash. There's a lot of them that don't have enough firepower to help them, and their recoil's abysmal. So, at any rate, I thank you all for coming out and watching this video. I hope you had a wonderful time. I know I did, even if I lost. It's a pretty decent gun. Give it a try. Maybe tinker with some of the settings. You might find something that's a little more to your liking. Each series that I do about a gun, but will it snipe, that kind of thing, it has its own individual nuances, right? So this one, one of the, obviously the recoil is the nuance I'm trying to eliminate, but will it snipe series, that's a completely separate kettle of fish. That one is, can I get it to be lethal at a decent range? And by lethality, I'm saying if I'm shooting at a target 75 meters away and I shoot semi-automatic and I shoot like 2 to 3 times into the head, do they die in standard? If so, yeah, that's lethal. Because there's a lot of games where you can get those 2-3 shots right in a row, just pull three times on the trigger, just tuck, 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 in standard, and you can get those hits. Yeah, in Warzone it gets to be a little bit tougher because they start taking a dive off to a corner somewhere. They usually go hide. It's not going to be as lethal there. So there is that nuance. But it does show the damage range of a gun. And that was the whole purpose of the But Will It Snipe series when it first started. I know I'm getting a little off track because I was doing my sign-off, but the whole purpose of the But Will It Snipe series was to prove that these guns had lethality. And it was to stop the crying naysayers and the crying namby-pambies out there that are thinking everybody's cheating because somebody just got one up on them on a skill gap. Right? A guy's a little bit more accurate than you are. A guy has a little bit better reflexes than you. That person dove through the window and was able to fool you instead of coming through the door. Or they open the door and then they double back through the window or double back around to the other door. That doesn't mean they're cheating. This is one of the things, and I cannot stress it enough, because I see it all the time. You have these people out there that will lose in Warzone, and they will just spam report the player to get them blacklisted. And it's like, these are illegitimate reports. But these automated adjudicated systems don't see that. They just see a mass report, and they go, well, clearly the person's cheating, immediately shadow banned. Then it gets independently adjudicated, and when it gets all sorted out, the player comes off the blacklist. He's no longer shadow banned. Okay, cool. What happened to the false reports? Do they get punished? No. Should they get punished? Yes. It'd stop people from doing it. This is another reason I don't really care for Warzone, is because that happens. And if you just so happen to get the one up on another player, they do that, and they will abuse that system. That's the same system they've implemented in World of Warcraft. It's to take a certain number of employees out of the whole system, right? They might have 1 to 2 people on there on the pay at night adjudicating these things, but they just flush it over to the automated system, and then they independently review it once people put up a stink. So you'll get a message saying, "Oh, hey, you were shadow banned. You got accused of cheating," and it's like, appeal. Only when you appeal do actual people look at the footage. 99.99% of the time, it just gets shoved straight to an automation. And that automated system just says, well, we got mass reports, so ban them. And people are abusing that system. So this is the reason I did the whole But Will It Snipe series. Was to prove that these guns can kill at range. These guns are lethal to an extent in these ranges in Warzone. And that's why I put 3 plates on them, to prove that even if you're at full plates and you're like, there's no way that gun can 5-shot me from full plate. Yes, it can. I can prove it on the firing range at 75 meters. It's like, yes, it can. There you go. That's the reason I made the entire series for But Will It Snipe. Same way with the recoil. There's no way that gun's that accurate. Now you know why I make this series. Now you know why I do what I do. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the series. And I hope you enjoyed the But Will It Snipe series. I thank you all for watching. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one. And don't mass report cheating unless you're 100% sure. Can't stress that enough.